just a flat piece of carbon hidden under the car, barely seen by cameras, fans, or even rival engineers. But Ferrari believes this one update, their all-new floor, could be the difference between saving their 2025 season or letting it crash in flames. Because right now, the most legendary team in Formula One is teetering on the edge. The 2024 season had given hope. Ferrari finished strong. Their momentum was real. And then came the bombshell. Lewis Hamilton would be joining Charles Leclerc, creating what many believed was a dream pairing, a super team built to dethrone Red Bull and reclaim Ferrari's throne. But reality hit like a cold slap in Melbourne. From the very first race, it became clear the SF25 was no championship contender. It was a puzzle, one that neither the drivers, the engineers, nor even the simulator could solve. The problem wasn't raw speed, it was chaos. The car's behavior changed with every corner, every temperature shift, every cloud overhead. In Formula One, where margins are millimeters and milliseconds, unpredictability is fatal. Other teams could unlock tire performance with pinpoint accuracy. Ferrari? They were guessing. At times, the car looked fast, and then it vanished. The grip evaporated, confidence collapsed. One lap they attacked, the next they survived. Even Hamilton, the most adaptable driver of his generation, struggled to connect with the SF25. He changed his style, braked earlier, turned later, drove like Leclerc, but nothing stuck. Charles, on the other hand, had learned to cope, but coping isn't winning. His driving became reactive, defensive. You don't win titles like that. And behind the scenes, tension. Engineers, mechanics, strategists, everyone had part of the solution, but no one could see the full picture. The car wasn't just difficult, it was misleading. And that's where the new flat floor comes in. It sounds small, but in modern Formula One, where cars rely on ground effect to generate massive downforce, the floor is everything. It's not just a base plate, it's the aerodynamic heart of the machine. And Ferrari's old design? It was flawed. Turbulence in the Venturi tunnels, instability at high speeds, rear tire degradation in long corners. The car couldn't stay planted when it mattered most. That's what Ferrari is trying to fix, not just tweak, redefine. The new floor, set to debut in Austria, isn't just a refinement, it's a total philosophy shift. Engineers at Maranello redesigned the Venturi channels. They reshaped the diffuser. They altered the floor edges to clean up airflow from the front wing and barge boards. Tiny tweaks to the naked eye, but massive changes to how air moves under and around the car. And when that airflow is stable, the entire rear of the car transforms. Stability under braking, predictability mid-sorner, grip at exit. The driver finally trusts the car and attacks, but there's a catch. Changing the floor changes everything. Load distributions shift, vertical forces increase, the suspension suddenly has to deal with new pressures, and if that integration fails, Ferrari could destroy their balance entirely. That's why this update isn't just an upgrade, it's a gamble, a make-or-break moment. And they're not flying blind. A special simulation team in Maranello has been working round the clock to validate this concept, using real-time telemetry and dynamic test rigs. Everything is being thrown at this, because Austria doesn't just another race, it's a proving ground. The Red Bull Ring is short, fast, and brutally technical. Turns 3, 4, and 6 will test how well this new floor can stabilize rear grip. The third sector demands perfect aerodynamic efficiency without sacrificing traction. It's the kind of circuit that exposes your weaknesses, and Ferrari knows it. If their fix works here, it might just work everywhere. If it doesn't, the season could spiral into oblivion. And that's the story. This isn't about one upgrade. This is about identity. Ferrari is done with playing safe. They're done with being the eternal contender that never quite delivers. This flat floor is a declaration, a signal to Red Bull, to McLaren, to Mercedes, and most importantly to themselves. We're not here to survive, we're here to fight. Lewis Hamilton needs a car that listens to his hands, not one that second-guesses every input. Charles Leclerc needs to stop driving scared and start driving free. And Fred Vasseur, the man steering this ship, needs results now. Not in Abu Dhabi, not next season, now. Because every race without progress chips away at the faith this team desperately needs. If Austria works, it could mark a rebirth. Silverstone, Hungaroring, Spa, they're waiting, but they will not forgive mistakes. Austria is Ferrari's filter, their final checkpoint, the moment they either become a real threat or fall back into the shadows behind the top three. And for the fans, for the millions of tifosi who bleed red, this isn't just about points, it's about belief. It's about waking up on race day and knowing that Ferrari has a shot, not a prayer, that the prancing horse still remembers how to charge. So now we ask the question, will it work? Is this new floor the golden key? Or just another empty promise dressed in carbon and CFD dreams? You decide, because in Formula One, upgrades don't just change lap times, they change legacies. If you think this new update could turn Ferrari's season around, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the drama, tech, and glory of Formula One. And drop your thoughts in the comments. Is this a masterstroke or just another desperate gamble?